Many people are currently curious about the live debate between Kamala Harris and Donald Trump. Where can you watch the live debate? When is the debate happening? Who's hosting it? What is the format? What topics will be covered? And what key issues are expected to be discussed? Let's dive in. In the 2024 U.S. election, Vice President Kamala Harris is stepping up to represent the Democrats, taking over from President Joe Biden. She's about to face off against former President Donald Trump in their first debate. This will be the first presidential debate for the Democrats since the leadership change, and it's also Harris's first time on the debate stage. With less than 3 months until Election Day, it's grabbing attention worldwide. The first presidential debate between Kamala Harris and Trump is set to take place on September 10th at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, right at the National Constitution Center in Philadelphia. Pennsylvania is one of the key swing states in this election, and the debate is happening just under a week before early voting kicks off on September 16th. The National Constitution Center is located next to Independence Hall, where the Declaration of Independence and the U.S. Constitution were signed. Back in 2008, former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton and former President Obama had a primary debate there, and both President Biden and Trump have participated in town hall events at the venue as well. ABC News is hosting the event. ABC and its Philadelphia station, WPVI-TV, will co-broadcast the debate, which will be live-streamed on ABC, ABC News Live, Disney+, and Hulu. ABC is bringing in World News anchor and executive editor David Muir, along with Lindsay Davis, who hosts the primetime news show Prime, to co-host the debate. Both of them have won Emmy Awards for their outstanding work. Muir, who's 50, joined ABC back in 2003, and has reported from hotspots like Afghanistan, Iraq, Iran, and Syria, covering wars and major news events. His investigative reporting has earned him multiple awards. Davis has an impressive background too. She's the anchor for World News Tonight and co-hosted several major events during the 2020 presidential election, from presidential debates to election day coverage. She's also a best-selling author with the New York Times, having published 6 children's books so far. On top of that, an hour before the debate, ABC will air a special program called The Race for the White House. The debate is expected to last 90 minutes, and the rules will likely be similar to the Biden-Trump debate hosted by CNN back in June. This means no live audience, no opening statements, no note-taking, no interaction with staff during the debate, no props allowed, and it'll include 2 commercial breaks within the 90 minutes. However, there seems to be some disagreement about the microphone muting rule, which mutes the candidates' mics when they're not speaking. This has led to some finger-pointing between the Trump and Harris teams, each accusing the other of trying to protect their candidate. Harris's team wants to keep the mics on the whole time, and has criticized Trump for wanting to hide behind the mute button, saying they're still in talks with ABC about it. On the Trump side, they're stressing that Harris wants to sit down and use notes, which the other side denies. Why does Kamala Harris's camp want to change the debate rules to keep the mics on the whole time? Harris's team is pushing to change the agreed-upon rules to keep the microphones on because they believe it could show a more unfiltered, temperamental Trump, letting viewers hear him interrupt and lose control. Democratic strategist and political analyst Amicia Cross told the BBC, "The reason for wanting to cancel the mic muting is that Trump is unpredictable." Cross pointed out that Trump has repeatedly attacked Harris personally during his rallies and on social media, and he could do the same during the debate. These attacks turn voters off, especially women, people of color, and younger voters. Other strategists have noted that Trump's insulting remarks could drive away key undecided voters. Republican strategist Kevin Madden told the New York Times that one way to win over swing voters is to avoid personal attacks, saying they inherently dislike partisan politics. A source recently told Politico that Trump can easily have explosive emotional outbursts, which Harris's team would want the audience to hear. On the flip side, Republican strategist Ford O'Connell thinks Harris's team is trying to eliminate the mic muting rule to shift the debate away from the issues and into viral internet moments. He said they're not sure they can win on the issues, so creating a viral moment is their strategy. O'Connell pointed out that the Trump camp should actively push for keeping the mics muted since that was the original rule proposed by the Democrats. "We let you set the rules. We're playing by the same rules." Republican presidential candidate and former President Donald Trump stated on the 27th that he has reached an agreement with ABC regarding the debate rules with Democratic presidential candidate Kamala Harris. Trump didn't go into detail about how the controversy was resolved, but hinted that everything would follow the previous debate's format, suggesting the mics would be muted when not speaking. Trump posted on social media platform Truth Social, "I have reached an agreement with the radical left Democrats to debate Kamala Harris." He added, "The rules will be the same as the last CNN debate because everyone seems to think that works except for the sneaky Biden." Trump didn't miss the chance to criticize ABC, calling the network fake news and the dirtiest, most unfair news in the industry. However, he also mentioned that ABC assured him it would be a fair and impartial debate and joked that no one would leak questions in advance, saying, "There aren't any Donna Brazils around anymore, right?" Former CNN commentator Donna Brazil had sent questions to Hillary Clinton's team ahead of the 2016 presidential election debate. Trump also mentioned that Harris disagreed with holding another debate on Fox News on September 4th, and the third debate, which might be hosted by NBC, is still up in the air. Kamala Harris participated in the vice presidential debate last time, but this will be her first time on the presidential debate stage and her first direct showdown with Trump. While she's got the chance to showcase herself in a short amount of time, it's also a huge test. Just look at how Biden bombed in his debate back in June and dropped out 3 weeks later. Harris has served as California's Attorney General and State Attorney General, and debates are considered one of her strong suits. Now she's about to face the first former president ever to be criminally convicted, which has everyone paying close attention. The Associated Press previously analyzed her debate history, noting that she's had some standout moments with sharp questioning and a combative spirit, but she's also had instances of losing her cool, so her performance has been hit or miss. Aaron Call, a presidential debate expert from the University of Michigan, said that Harris has been doing well in recent weeks, which naturally raises expectations. But he pointed out that she can't possibly do worse than Biden, so that comparison isn't really helpful. According to Reuters, since announcing her candidacy on August 22nd, Harris has raised $500 million, and with her poll numbers steadily climbing, she's entering the debate with high popularity. Voters are likely eager to learn more about her policies. As for Trump's strategy, he might go after her stance on abortion rights and her plans to reshape the federal government's 2025 plan, among other things. On Trump's side, Biden's disastrous performance has led to a lot of misleading statements from Trump during debates, covering everything from the January 6th Capitol riot to issues like abortion and immigration, and he hasn't been able to rein it in. William S. Becker, a columnist for The Hill and an expert on energy and climate change, is calling on ABC to hold candidates accountable for the truthfulness of their statements during the debate on September 10th. He suggests they should ask questions based on factual data to limit the candidates' ability to dodge issues. As for Trump's strategy, he might focus on inflation and immigration, pointing the finger at Harris and claiming she isn't ready to be president. Additionally, the Biden administration's stance on the Russia-Ukraine war and the Israel-Hamas conflict could also become targets for his attacks. However, Trump's challenge will be to assure voters that he still has what it takes to be president. On the flip side, the last time Trump faced a female debate opponent was in the 2016 presidential election when he debated former Secretary of State Hillary Clinton. During that debate, he was criticized for walking around behind her and calling her names like crooked and nasty woman. When it comes to the focus of the debate topics, PBS recently put together a roundup of Kamala Harris's statements on major issues, which were also mentioned in the last debate. These issues include the economy, healthcare, abortion, and immigration. As for foreign policy, Harris hasn't made any major statements yet, but regarding the Israel-Hamas conflict, she met with Israeli Prime Minister Netanyahu in July and said she wouldn't remain silent about the disaster in Gaza. Reuters believes that inflation will be a key topic in the economic discussion, and lately, Trump has been focusing on taxes and healthcare. He previously proposed a tip tax exemption, which Harris supported, so there might be a chance for both of them to discuss a rare common interest. When's the next debate? That's still up in the air. Newsweek reported that as of August 20th, Trump accepted an invitation from NBC News to participate in a debate on September 25th. Originally, Trump was pushing for a debate hosted by Fox News on September 4th, but Harris's team turned it down. Trump criticized that decision in a post and said he would instead attend a town hall event hosted by Fox News in Pennsylvania on that day. Harris's camp said whether there will be another debate depends on Trump's participation on September 10th. On another note, both vice presidential candidates, Harris's pick and Vance, have agreed to debate on October 1st, hosted by CBS News. The race for the U.S. election is heating up. Who do you think will come out on top as the new president and vice president in 2024? Leave your comment below. If you like this video, please subscribe, like, and share. This is News in a Minute.